I am down here at the Historic Davenport Hotel in downtown Spokane. This hotel was built in 1914 and then was completely remodeled back in about 99, 2000. And actually the way that they did it, they kept a lot of the historic charm here. So I'm going to show you around. We are staying here as well, so I'll give you a room tour and then show you all about this hotel at the Historic Davenport in downtown Spokane, Washington. All right, we're here at the Historic Davenport, which we've wanted to stay at for a while. This is a regular king room. I'm sure all the views are different, but this one's pretty good, pretty good. There's a big fire happening right now. But there's downtown Spokane. All right, so there is, of course, coffee. There's a dresser, which is nice because that doesn't always happen anymore. Fridge over here. I'm gonna go in the bathroom next. Thank you. No, fancy stuffs. Walk-in shower here. I think we may have gotten an ADA room, so I'm not sure they all have showers, but yeah, it's pretty nice. It's actually a lot bigger than I expected it to be. They do have a spa here, so I know that they have this kind of stuff, but place for your suitcase, and yeah, it's pretty nice. We're gonna show you around this whole hotel and show you the whole thing a little bit later. In August of 1889, a catastrophic fire swept through Spokane, Washington, wiping out 32 city blocks and leaving the young town in ashes. But out of these ashes came one of the most remarkable stories in American hospitality. A 20-year-old named Louis Davenport, who had lost his job in the fire, salvaged what he could, set up a canvas tent amidst the rubble, and began serving waffles to the workers rebuilding the city. That tent turned into a wildly popular restaurant and eventually a grand, world-class hotel that would place Spokane on the global map. In September 1914, that vision became reality when the Davenport Hotel officially opened its doors. Designed by famous architect Kirtland Cutter, the Davenport was a masterpiece of luxury and innovation. Costing roughly $2 million at the time, it was engineered to awe anyone who walked inside. The main lobby was crafted in an opulent Spanish Renaissance style, complete with hand-painted frescoes, elaborate woodwork, real gold leaf around the hearth, and a soaring glass panel ceiling. The hotel boasted magnificent places like the Hall of Doges, modeled after the Doge's Palace in Venice, and the Marie Antoinette Ballroom, designed in French neoclassical style. The Davenport was also easily the most technologically advanced hotel in America. It was the very first hotel in the country to feature air conditioning, a central vacuum system, housekeeping carts, and pipe organ music pumped through the public spaces. It was also the first hotel to offer iced drinking water delivered directly to every single guest room through a dedicated plumbing system. And then there was the food. In the hotel's famous dining room, Louis Davenport and his chef created the legendary Crab Louis salad, naming it in honor of the hotel's visionary founder, a dish that remains an American culinary classic to this day. Although a few other restaurants might argue that they invented the salad first. For decades, the Davenport was an important part of the Inland Northwest. It hosted world leaders, icons, and celebrities, including President John F. Kennedy, Babe Ruth, Amelia Earhart, Charles Lindbergh, and countless Hollywood stars. However, as the years passed following Louis Davenport's death in 1945, the historic property began to decline. By 1985, the hotel had closed its doors, and for 15 long years, the grand building sat dark and silent, constantly facing the threat of demolition. But in the year 2000, local entrepreneurs Walt and Karen Worthy purchased the decaying landmark with a mission to bring it back to life. They launched a massive multi-million-dollar restoration project. Craftspeople restored the original gold leaf, preserved the historic ballrooms, cleaned every single intricate detail of the woodwork, and even moved the heavy Hall of Doges ballroom entirely intact to ensure its survival. In 2002, the Historic Davenport Hotel reopened its doors. Today, it's listed on the National Register of Historic Places and stands not just as a luxurious place to visit, but as an enduring symbol of Spokane's history, resilience, and timeless elegance. All right, our time at the Davenport is coming to an end. I have a couple thoughts on our stay here. First of all, such a cool location. It's historic, there's so much history here, and they really have kept their history really well. You can go downstairs and see a bunch of photos, a bunch of people who've come and visited, famous people who've come and visited. Really cool. Some of the downsides, felt like we were competing for attention the entire time. Every time we tried to go somewhere, there was a line. I will say the restaurant and the bar last night was fine. We found a seat, we had a waiter, the bartenders were great. We tried to go to breakfast this morning, there was a line. We tried to go to the coffee shop, there was a line. When we checked in yesterday, we waited, 20 minutes because there was a huge long line and only 2 people working. So that was really kind of surprising, especially for such a high-end hotel. And again, it could have just been the circumstances yesterday, but even the elevators, there's 3 elevators here and there's 375 rooms. So you're waiting for the elevator every single time that you get here. However, that being said, I would absolutely stay here again if given the opportunity. It was a cool experience. It's a great view. It's such a piece of history here in Spokane. So absolutely would recommend this place. The rooms are very updated despite the hotel being very old. So, oh, and I almost forgot to mention the most important part. This bed, the most comfortable bed I've ever slept in my life. That was pretty amazing. So I loved the room. The room was great. Highly recommended. I will show you a little bit more here, but I just wanted to give you some of those final thoughts at the Historic Davenport, downtown Spokane.